The human man adopted the saddest dragon in the shelter. You won't believe what happened next. HFY Hub score 9.2 out of 10. I was literally just staring blankly at a massive wall of unsorted client data, completely zoning out, when I put the story on to pass the time, and I legitimately dropped my mouse off my desk about 5 minutes in. The hook is just straight up heartbreak and hope. You've got this super lonely human mechanic who lost his whole family, and he walks into an alien animal shelter and just immediately connects with this massive, severely depressed dragon that everyone else ignores. I got so invested in him trying to get her to eat that my leg completely fell asleep because I realized I hadn't shifted in my awful office chair for like 20 minutes. The vibe here is just pure, cozy emotional healing, and I honestly loved the characters. Watching Jake sit in that empty cargo bay every night just reading to a dragon that won't even look at him heavily reminded me of this time I found a half-feral calico cat living in my apartment building's parking garage a few years ago. It was absolutely terrified of everyone, and I just spent weeks leaving food out, sitting on the freezing concrete, not moving a single muscle, just waiting until she finally trusted me enough to come out and eat while I was there. Jake has that exact same stubborn patience with Ember, and it is so incredibly rewarding when she finally trusts him. And then the evil corporate alien jerks show up to try and repossess her because she's valuable property. Honestly, dealing with the Crixian Mining Consortium felt exactly like trying to cancel an internet subscription with a horrible telecom company that just refuses to let you go, but with way higher emotional stakes. I highly recommend this one if you are a sucker for human pack bonds with a scary alien tropes, but you want something focused entirely on mental health and wholesome recovery. It is a beautiful story about two broken people fixing each other, and it totally made my boring workday bearable. Go listen to it right now. Number 1, Accessibility Barrier, 10 out of 10. I found this so easy to get into. There is no crazy galactic politics to memorize right up front, it's just a guy at an animal shelter looking for a friend. Super relatable. Number 2, Character Cred, 10 out of 10. I really loved Jake. He's just a normal blue-collar dude dealing with his own grief, and Ember the dragon has so much personality even when she's just lying in a corner. Number 3, Closure Status, 10 out of 10. I felt incredibly satisfied by the ending. Seeing Ember finally fly again on that beautiful lavender moon while Jake watches from the ground is the perfect emotional wrap-up. Number 4, Dialogue Drip, 8 out of 10. I thought the dialogue was really solid, especially when Jake is just talking to a silent dragon about his dead family. It felt really raw and real to me. Number 5, Endgame Payoff, 10 out of 10. I was practically cheering at my desk when the ancient dragon ambassadors gave Jake the flame heart bond. It was such a cool, magical reward for all his hard work. Number 6, Found Family Factor, 10 out of 10. I am totally obsessed with this trope, and this story hits it perfectly. A grieving mechanic and a grieving dragon becoming each other's entire world is just top-tier found family. Number 7, HFY Video Length, 1530 min. I thought the length was absolutely perfect for my lunch break. It gives you plenty of time to feel the slow burn recovery without dragging out the corporate legal drama too long. Number 8, Logic Coagulation, 9 out of 10. I felt like the legal battle made a lot of sense. Jake getting statements from his boss, the shelter, and alien psychologists to prove he was a good owner was super practical. Number 9, Narrative Gut Punch, 9 out of 10. I definitely winced when Jake burned his hand at work, but then Ember gently blew warm, soothing breath on his bandage to comfort him. That part hit me right in the chest. Number 10, Packing Pulse, 8 out of 10. I really enjoyed how slow and quiet the first half is while he earns her trust, and then it ramps up with the stressful corporate inspection before finishing on a high note. Number 11, Possible Sequel, Maybe. I would absolutely listen to more stories about Jake and Ember just hanging out on the mining station, but honestly this works so perfectly as a standalone story. Number 12, POV Perspective, 9 out of 10. I liked being stuck in Jake's perspective, feeling his anxiety when she won't eat and his absolute panic when the corporation tries to take her away made it super engaging. Number 13, The Human Edge, 10 out of 10. I love that humanity's big advantage here isn't war or technology but just insane, stubborn empathy. Jake literally fought off a multiplanetary corporation with paperwork just to keep his pet. Number 14, the Onion Factor Tearjerker score 10 out of 10. I am not afraid to admit I had to wipe my eyes when Ember curled her body around Jake while he was crying about his family. That was incredibly touching. Number 15, Thematic Resonance 10 out of 10. I think the message that you can survive unimaginable grief by finding a purpose in caring for someone else was handled beautifully. Number 16, Trope Remix score 8 out of 10. I've seen the humans will pet anything trope a lot, but making it a deeply emotional story about rehabilitating a traumatized working animal was a really great spin on it. Number 17, Visual Bang Per Buck 9 out of 10. I could picture the scene so well. The glowing blue scales, the huge cargo bay filled with platforms, and that final flight on a moon with purple grass and two suns. Number 18, Wholesomeness/Cozy rating 10 out of 10. I don't think it gets any cozier than building a custom heated bed for a giant dragon and reading books to her every night after work. Maximum cozy. Number 19, World Building Vibe Check 8 out of 10. I really dug the galactic animal shelter concept. Mentioning crystal birds and glowing cats right at the start set a really fun, vibrant sci-fi tone. Number 20, Xenobiology Integration 8 out of 10. I liked the detail about dragons needing very specific minerals and having complex emotional intelligence. It made her feel like a real alien creature and not just a big dog. HFY Hub score 9.2 out of 10. Hope see you at the next HFY Hub video review.